Hello and welcome! Normally around this time of year, we've reached June, and if you've been following the channel, I basically made it unofficial Pixar month, which I still want to do, but I think it's also important to acknowledge that it's also Pride Month, especially with what's going on with everything. There is a lot of hatred happening in this world, unfortunately, right now. There has been a lot of hatred happening for decades upon decades upon decades, and instead of focusing on that hatred, I want to keep the focus on positivity, because that's what's gonna be good. I can put Pixar and Pride together and talk about the recent short that just came out. Disney Plus has been around for less than a year, and one of their originals series that they've been doing have been Pixar Spark shorts. I haven't really paid attention to them, but I did see that there's 7 in total, and the most recent one is called Out. I did a little bit of research before jumping into watching this short, and they like to describe it as low-budget filmmaking or low-budget indie making inside Pixar, and I think it's a really cool concept. It's their way of giving a lot of indie filmmakers inside their company a voice, where they can make a short and make it however they want and just be creative, and that's really cool. And I think eventually I am going to look at the other shorts, because currently I said there's 7 of them and they all focus on really important issues. But today let's focus on Out. It was written and directed by Stephen Hunter, and it's 9 minutes long. It's very short, just like every other one, and it's basically a new addition to the Pixar shorts. And even when I was doing the research, they did mention that they wanted to keep it separate from traditional Pixar shorts, because this is a lot more experimental, and instead of doing their structured formula, they can have fun with it. It's going to add a lot more flavor in their storytelling, which is always fantastic. So this film centers around 2 boyfriends, Miguel and Greg. They are preparing to move out to go into the city, and they're ready to pack when surprise visit from Greg's parents. That happens. And whereas Miguel's out and open, Greg hasn't told his parents yet, and it's basically a short journey of him being able to be comfortable to telling his parents that he's gay. And I think it's super important as an issue, especially on Disney, and all these people can see it, from kids to adults, and it's a really great way to open the dialogue, and it's really needed. And they do it in a really fun way too. It starts off based on a true story, which I want to know how this was inspired by a true story, because Greg has a dog, and the dog and him end up switching lives, and that's how he's able to hear his mom talk to the dog as him and know that she's okay with him no matter what. The really cool thing too is that this follows the Pixar formula while still being very unique, and the animation's really cool. As a side note, it's more low budget like they said, but it has that kind of cool the animation is actually sort of robotic in a sense, where it's fluid, but it's not every moving piece. It's more just like Barbie type of look. I'm terrible at describing, but if you go watch it, you can understand what I'm talking about. But I love that Wheezy is the dog toy. Like, it's just something small, but it connects it to the universe of Pixar, and it continues a tradition of little items or characters that are in each other's stories. And Wheezy is a big part as being a dog toy for Jim, which is a dog. And I loved it. I got so excited seeing him on the screen. It's literally just a dog toy, so Wheezy doesn't talk at all, and he's not animated, but it's really cool. And I'm excited to go and look at the other shorts and see what I can find and what other characters I'm going to recognize. It's surprisingly emotional. It's very lighthearted. I just cry at everything, as we've realized. Every time I do these reviews, half of these movies I cry over, even if they're short. But I think it's really sweet. I knew going into it that I would love it, and it's adorable and fantastic. It has that really mystical touch to it, and it's just really awesome. If you have Disney Plus, please go check it out. I definitely recommend it, and it's been amazing. I don't have any other to compare it to. This is the first one I've seen of the Spark short series, but I definitely want to dive into more. And I think I'll continue it throughout the month because, like I said, it's Pride Month, it's Unofficial Pixar Month, so we're gonna have some fun diving into some more Pixar content. But until then, I hope you guys have a magical day, and I will see you real soon.